Hello, Management 1010 Interdisciplinary Leadership students. We begin today with week 5 of our 15-week semester. This is a good opportunity to touch base and also to talk about extra credit opportunities that are available to you. So I'm in our pause course, and the first thing I'm going to do is click the Dropbox link, and you know that this is where you come to do your writing assignments. And our next writing assignment, you have 2 more days until that assignment is due. It's due September the 24th, right? But I thought we'd go ahead and look at the instructions here. So I'm going to click on the link. I could go directly to these instructions, but I want to go into the Dropbox itself. See where I'm clicking? Okay, so as you know, when you come in here, you're going to read these instructions, but then you're also going to read the more detailed instructions here. So this particular assignment, hopefully you're already on top of it, but based on our feedback for the last movie, I wanted to make sure I emphasize some things to you. This assignment is about Hotel Rwanda. Now, how do you get access to this movie? Well, I try to provide you with some tips because this is simply the movie Hotel Rwanda. There are so many options available to students today. Some of you use Redbox or Netflix or Vudu or Hulu or one of the movie websites, and there are so many of them out there. And in fact, typically when I talk to students, I learn about even more websites that I'm not aware of. So you can use any of the options that are available to you in particular. It'll change for each and every student, right? Now, however, if you don't have any of those options available to you, that's fine. If it's not offered on Netflix, if Redbox does not have it, if it's not available through Vudu or Hoodoo, that is not a problem for you because you can watch it. First of all, I guess I have clips here for you through YouTube, but you know what happens sometimes on YouTube? Sometimes something that was available will no longer be available. Now, I believe this is available in 12 different clips, but what if it goes away? What if you cannot find one of the 12 clips? Does that mean, well, I guess I'm just going to take the point loss? Well, I hope that's not your attitude, because all you have to do is go to the library, and I've provided the link to the library, also the phone number, just like I did on the last assignment, so that you can reserve that movie and you can go to the library. They have equipment there so that you can watch it. Oftentimes DVDs, you can watch those on the computer, but they also have DVD players available there. Now, after you do, make sure you read the rest of the instructions, and that, you answer it, and then you submit. You follow those instructions, and then you submit it into the Dropbox. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope that you are too. Okay, so I'm going to return to the Dropbox. Looking forward to some great submissions there. And before I scrolled all the way down here to the writing assignment, you might have noticed these extra credit options up here. And we haven't talked about those yet, but this is a good time to do that. I'm going to click on Extra Credit Service Learning Activity. Now, as you probably know from the syllabus, students have the opportunity to earn 5 extra credit points by doing a service learning activity. I will allow you to do 2 service learning activities for a maximum of 10 points. What is a service learning opportunity? What is that like? Well, here's a website to our service learning office, and I'm going to change to that website so that we can talk about it for just a moment. So here's the website, and it says, what is service learning? Well, it is a way to connect together your academic experiences with service to the community. Now, this can take on so many forms that sometimes the confusing part to students is that there are so many options available. Our class, we're studying leadership. There are many ways to connect leadership to service to the community, especially because our studies are on service leadership, right? Maybe you want to do some volunteer work, which is what it is, by tutoring people. Well, our Service Learning Center has tutoring jobs available. I say jobs, I mean this is kind of free. But maybe tutoring is too much of a commitment. There's too many meetings. Maybe you work full time. Maybe you can't get off during the day. Now, some people do it and some people really love it. I've had students come back and tell me about all kinds of things that they have done through the college as part of their service learning and just really found out that they enjoyed it. So, a key part as you think about your opportunities are that it has to be something that is registered with the college as a service learning opportunity. So, you may say to yourself, like what? Well, you may want to contact the office and ask them. They will probably say to you, well, what kind of things are you interested in? Maybe there's something that would align with a profession that you're considering. Maybe it's just a one-day service opportunity. There's all kinds of things. One thing you can do is click on this volunteer opportunities link. There are opportunities for tutoring at Alton Elementary. We recently had the September 11th day of service. Now, it does not have to, your service to that does not have to happen on September 11th. Obviously, we've passed that date, but you might want to investigate that. We have opportunities through Common Ground, Door of Hope, Grow Memphis, Junior Achievement, and you can see many of the other opportunities. But this is not a comprehensive list. There are other opportunities. One that I'm going to include with this email to you is an opportunity with the Pink Palace. Okay, this is the flyer that I'm going to send to you. I'm sorry, I did not realize that there was a September 21st deadline on that. I will let the Service Learning Office know that I've notified you late. You can ask, but and I do apologize for that, but notice that this is for volunteers to work at the Pink Palace Crafts Fair on October 12th, 13th, and 14th. Now, there's another opportunity that recently came up about volunteering to work at a WKNO auction event. These are just examples of opportunities that come up throughout the semester. So by contacting the Service Learning Office, you may find out about opportunities that I don't know about right now. I mean, there are always things coming up, okay? So let's just use this opportunity as an example. They were looking for people to work 2 shifts per day, so maybe you would sign up for a particular day, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 2 p.m. to 5 a.m., 5 p.m. Now maybe that's too much, like I said, so maybe there's a different opportunity that you might be looking for. Okay, so let's say now you've picked an opportunity, whatever that happens to be. You would go either to the Service Learning Office or you can come back here to the Dropbox, and there are some forms that you have to fill out. These are forms that are required by the Service Learning Office, and if you don't register that you're doing this work, then I cannot give you credit. So first, you would fill out this Hold Harmless agreement. You would also read and sign the student participation guidelines. You would also complete the student registration form. You take all of those forms, and you might be able to email them to the Service Learning Office. You should certainly inquire about that. But you're going to be talking to them about this opportunity. So you register with them. You perform the service that you've signed up to perform, and then how do you earn the points in our class? Well, you do a small writing assignment. Now, I'm not asking for a 20-page report. What I'm really asking you for is just some simple reflective thought. So I'm going to click on this writing assignment and let's go through it together. Okay. So we've already been to the Service Learning website. Maybe we've contacted the office via email or via telephone to find out about opportunities. Okay, now you've filled out your forms, you've registered for the event, and you've maybe done your service. But to earn points in our class, so here we are, you must complete a writing assignment. You're going to write 2 paragraphs. They're going to describe your experience. In the first paragraph, you're going to describe your thoughts about the service project prior to participating. I'm going to tell you quite honestly, some students are very reluctant. They say, I just don't see the relevance, I don't know why I'm doing this. Other students are kind of excited about serving, and they say, this is not unusual to me. This is very familiar. So whatever your thoughts are prior to the experience, I'd like to know about them. In the second paragraph, you're going to describe your thoughts about the project afterwards. Now, I'm going to tell you quite honestly again that students, even the most reluctant students, often leave the event with a totally different perspective. As we talk about examples, let me give you another example. We will have some opportunities in October and November especially. We oftentimes do canned food drives to collect, we the college, to collect food for Alton Elementary. And I also have one student at Southwest who started his own organization that helps to feed the poor. And he tries to hold monthly feedings. That's what he calls them, feedings. And they sometimes are down at a place called Pinky's that's downtown that you may have heard of. And he needs volunteers to help prepare food, to help clean up afterwards, and to serve food to the homeless as they come through a buffet line. Sometimes when he has canned goods, he needs volunteers to help prepare boxes, to put the canned foods into boxes. I've had students who have very reluctantly gone to participate, doing it only for the 5 bonus points, and left just with such a great feeling and an understanding of how their leadership in the community by stepping forward and their service to the community has made a difference. So I'm not saying that these have to be your thoughts. I'm telling you that that's what I require from you through this writing assignment is a little bit of reflection. I think you're very capable of doing that. Now, I think this is an easy way to earn 5 bonus points. It does require some service on your part, but I do want you to understand that you are a business professional, you're a business student, and you cannot just, sling this work to me and expect that you're going to get credit for it. I want you to format this in a professional manner. You're writing it, you're formatting it like a report. Put a title at the top. Put your name on the page. Identify your course and your instructor, which is me. Make sure that you use correct spelling. Use grammar and the spelling checker and the grammar checker so that you do a good job. Now, don't include this in the instructions, but let me tell you why that's important. If you write a really good work, I like to submit those to our newspaper office, our Southwest Scoop, which is the college newspaper. And that way you can share your experiences with other students in the college, and the benefit to you is that you can then take that article and you can include it in your academic portfolio. Maybe you're continuing on into the workforce, maybe you're going on to a university. You can take this and say, this is an evidence of my service to the community. Many scholarships require service. You can also say this is evidence of my writing because you will have written those 2 paragraphs, right? Okay, so I hope that you will consider that. This is a great opportunity for extra credit. In regards to the quiz, I hope that you're out there working very hard. As you see here, and you see that I've switched back over to the pause system, our Unit 3 quiz is due September 24th. And it looks like we have a lot of students trying very hard, making sure that they're going to get their minimum score, if not even much better, on that quiz. To the statistics here, you can see that the class average is, if this is 80%, it looks like we're a little low now, but the majority of the students, I have many up here, look at that, 4 people are already at 100%. It looks like I have 2 folks who are between a 90 and 95, which is still very excellent, very good. And I have 1 person who's down there at a 60 to 65, but they still have some time to bring that grade up. I'm excited that they're out there working. Now I have 1 person who, I like to say this is a reconnaissance mission, right? They've just gone out there, they've taken a peek at the questions, and then maybe going back through and doing some more reading, right? You've got a couple days, so make sure you don't delay. But you'll have your grade up there to the point that you want it to be, no later than September 24th. So you have 2 assignments upcoming due, and now you have some knowledge of the extra credit opportunities, which are also out there in the Dropbox. I want to encourage you to keep up the good work, keep going strong, and email me if you have questions. But make sure that you take the time to address me by my title, to use proper spelling and grammar, just like I would ask that of you in the report, because we're business professionals and we want to use those skills starting now. It's not going to magically happen after we finish the class or after we graduate. That's always the level that we want to strive to, and it's just a very respectful way that we communicate with each other. Okay, so keep up the good work, and we'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks.